What's up, nerds and nerdettes and we little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big John and G, Two-Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming! Alright, so welcome back everyone, welcome back indeed to another Midday Monologue Monday. It is time for us to have a discussion, but before we do, well, you know what, let me just give you a teaser first. I would like to talk to you about a game that I think's been mentioned here once before, and it should be mentioned more. I want to talk to you about a game that I think may be one of, if not the, best blend board game and role-playing game that I've seen. But first, I want to make a pit stop at the mailroom. Mail call, everyone. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I did this, and I'm glad I'm back on top of it. So I want to start off with going over with a new subscriber, fairly new subscriber. Been watching the videos like mad. Wanted to thank you very much, Hobmonger number 5. Hobmonger 5, not 4. It's an imposter. Not 6. It's a clone. Doesn't count. Hobmonger 5. So the video, Choose Your Own Adventure, House of Danger, Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, is the subject of Hobmonger 5's message that I decided to talk about. So he said, I like the background animation. How do you do them? I don't know. I don't know how to do them. That's all done by a very talented gentleman by the name of Alex Baglio, also known as Golf Wolf, from his YouTube channel. And he made and donated a bunch. He actually had a little bit of time and is donating a new one, actually. So that's going to be shown, I believe, in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a new segment for Tabletop Takeout Tuesday that's being called Character Close-Up. And Alex had a little time and decided he was gonna make another one for us. He was gonna squeeze that in because he's a very busy young genius. So that's all I can tell you really about them. Well, actually, wait, you know what I can tell you is that mailroom segment, I made that. Just a slideshow picture of a mailroom with some words and, music. No big deal. That I made. You can tell the difference. You can tell the difference. So, I'm glad that you like them, and I hope Alex got to read your comment or at least see this video and see about your comment, because it's always nice when someone makes something and a stranger has no reason but decides to tell them that's really cool. I like that. So Hobmonger 5, thank you very much. And remember, if you have a comment that you specifically would like us to address here on video, write that in the comments. All right, so I'm already here. I'll see you down at the table. Picture it. New York City, 1984. I was there. If you're picturing it, I was there. And what I was doing almost every day after school or during the summertime was sitting in the front of my building, right there in the courtyard, where the stairs were. And on the side of each of the stairs, there was this short little column thing that was even to the next level that the short little 4 stairs led up to. And that was my DM post. T-Bone and the rest of my friends when we were kids, they would all sit on the stairs. And we would RPG. I would lead them on adventure after adventure after adventure. And in 1984, TSR, who we loved, joined forces with Marvel Comics. And they came out with this game. The Marvel Superheroes. Marvel Superheroes. The heroic role-playing game. And we loved it. We loved everything from the fact that it's familiar characters that we were running. At least familiar in the 80s. You might not recognize everyone on that cover, but it was familiar to us back then. And it had this great system we loved, the phase rip. Phase rip of your ability scores. And you had the columns that you would roll your phase rip against. Percentile game, you know. Oh, phase rip was fighting, agility, strength, endurance, reason, intuition, and psyche. All of your ability scores. Now we played this. We played this for a while. We played this for a little while. It definitely sucked us away from Dungeons and Dragons, and it pulled us away from Villains and Vigilantes for a while. But then we stopped playing because the Advanced came out.
Yeah!
And we loved this. It was the same, but different. And more. And we loved this more. So we stopped playing the Basic. It's not called Basic, but it is. So we stopped playing the Basic. I never really looked at it again. So Anthony has helped me reacquire most, when I say most, I think I mean all but 1, maybe 2 items from the TSR Marvel Library. And I've been going over both the Advanced and the Basic. I know I want to play again. Yeah. And I want to play set in the 80s. Well, it's also convenient because the source material is written up time period. And since these books came out over the course of several years, what may be the information for Spider-Man, listed in the book, 2 years later, information is different. And whatever the current module is that has Spider-Man in it will have the new updated Spidey. That was so cool. That was so cool. But going back over the Basic, I realized something. I've sort of been on this quest to see if there really is the perfect. I know that concept doesn't really exist. But at the same time, I think you follow me. I've been on this quest to find if there's such a thing, a questing beast that's known as the perfect amalgam of an RPG and a board game. And I've come across some good ones. But while looking over this again, this is it. All the way back from 1984. And looking at it, I totally believe that if I was King Pellinor, my quest would be over. Some of you got that. So I've been going over, because, it came in a box. Yeah. Just like Basic D&D. It even had its own starting module. Day of the Octopus. Nice. It had this map. Got it right here. Now, you didn't think I had it? It has this cool map. see me when you have this cool map to look at. Yeah, right? City street. Park. Buildings. Nice. Now, everything really else that I'm pulling out of the box didn't come with the box. Storage. Alright, so yeah, it had your screen. Screen ads. Definitely cool. Always want that. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. Let's take a look at one of the modules here, and you'll see exactly what I mean. So you have that map, right? You have the map, and you notice the way it's kind of, gridded around, right? The dividing lines. So most of the modules, this is cat's paw. Hello. And it uses the Alpha Flight team, the Canadian team, right? So they have these cutouts that you can cut out. It has the information on the back. And then you can put them on something to stand, and you can use them, and you can put them on here. They even had, I don't have it though. Okay, well here's some examples, right? They're already, you would put these down on the map and you would count them for the villains and the mooks and the minions. No, yeah, see, I wouldn't have bought. I didn't think I did. Oh yeah, here you go. I did. Wow, yeah, this is Anthony. Thanks. So they even had a whole book of it that you could get this pop-up stuff. It's cool. And you would use that, like I showed you, around the map. And the movement of the game had a very miniatures board game feel to it. But I notice now, since I've played so many more miniature-based board games since I did in the 80s. So I'm seeing that now. I'm getting it. I totally understand it. And there is a pretty cool connection the way the two feel. They feel very similar. So whether you're doing an epic style board game, miniature style board game, or you're running through Day of the Octopus, it's going to have the same feel. The way this game uses feat rolls in order to do things is extremely similar. So if you wanted to, I'll use this example again. If you were fighting the beetle, right, in the game, and you would have to make a feat check in order to make an attack. You'd have to make a feat check in order to, even get to him in some cases, depending on what you're doing, how you're doing it. So you gotta make these rolls constantly. And I feel that that's really no different than when I'm playing like Eldritch Horror or Imperial Assault, games like that, because they are made RPG style, so you have the same feel of the rolling for your ability scores. So it automatically has that tie-in to familiarity. And I think that's really cool. The way the game uses both initiative system and the attacking system is, right out of the pages of an RPG. As you would expect it would be, since it was marketed, as a role-playing game. It says it right on the cover box there. Bam! Boom! It is. It's by the creators of Dungeons & Dragons. How can it not be a role-playing game? It is a role-playing game. So it has all the feelings of the role-playing game. The way you use actions per turn is really great. When you're talking about other aspects of the game that feel familiar, it's like action, okay? Let's talk about how many actions you're able to do in a game. That is something that you find a complete blend of in many role-playing games as well as many tabletop games. And again, the utilizing it with the whole system of feeling like both to begin with adds on top of that. It compiles in a very positive sense, in a very positive way. Now, the cardboard stand-ups are what make it really become a miniatures style board game. But I never liked the cardboard. I didn't like the fact that you're supposed to cut it out of the modules. Always bothered me. Don't want to do that to my modules. Yeah, me. Get a colored pencil and color in the wizard or something. But I'm not going to cut it up. Hated that. So, and I've mentioned this before. Between me and Anthony and a couple of donations, we decided that we're not going to do the cardboard stand-ups. We're going to do something that's going to make it feel and look even more like the blend of a true RPG and board game. And that's not focused. Let's see what we can do about that. Boom. Boom again. There we go. Hero clicks. Yeah. We're going to pop these bad boys down on the table, on the maps, and move them around. Trax the Destroyer. Yeah. That's Trax the Destroyer from the 80s. No capes. What they ultimately decided on. Here's someone you won't know. Oh, wait, you know, here's a preview of who could very well be the next cosmic villain in the MCU. Kang the Conqueror. Yes, we're going to use these hero clicks. You know, because we've been buying them up, and like I said, someone gifted to us, and since we're not using them for hero clicks, then we don't really have to worry about buying the rare ones as opposed to the cheaper common ones. As long as we can get our hands on one to represent a hero or a villain in the game, and this is going to make it pop even more. So I am totally convinced at this point that I've found my unicorn. Or my questing beast. Was the reference I made earlier. The Arthurian King Pellinor tale. No, I've found it. Now this game is out of print. If Wizards of the Coast, if you want to do this again, make a lot of Marvel people happy, you can try to get the license and like redo the whole phase rip and the columns and update it however you want to. But this is awesome, and if you do it right, it could be awesome again. This is the game that comes the closest to really blending RPG and miniature style board gaming. I found it. I'm done. I'm good. What about you? Is this something that's ever crossed your mind? Have you thought about? Or have you ever... There's a lot of noise in the background. Have you ever looked for one? Have you ever looked through several and decided if any of them you thought were actually good combinations? I want to know. Maybe you don't know, but maybe there's a few you heard of and you're interested about. Let me know. Because just the whole idea of blending RPG and board games, I've always loved it. And a lot of times those are usually my favorite board games. Yeah. So, as you know, Tales on the Table, we've been running Basic Dungeons and Dragons. Another callback to the 80s. So we are going to be, we will be running this next. Yeah, as soon as the characters get up to 3rd level, then we will retire from the Caves of Chaos. And then we're going to hit a module, at least one module. And I'll tell you right now, I'll tell you what it's going to be. As soon as we get the chance, we are going to be hitting, as soon as D&D is over, we're hitting the time trap. We are so psyched. So yeah, if you've been looking for a good blend, see if you can find it, you know, on eBay or Amazon. Maybe there's some stores or sellers that have some old copies. I'm not even going to pretend to tell you how much to spend on it. That's your money. That's how you feel comfortable. I'm not going to tell you that. Me, I don't know. I think maybe for the basic box, $50. And that's with the basic, the battle book, and the campaign book, and the Day of the Octopus. It's not a lot. And it's awesome. Because the battle book and the campaign book do let you show you how to build characters, so you're not just using your favorite Marvel 80s version, which is a hell of a lot of fun. So you can mix it up. Even in the basic, you can make your own character. So again, I'm telling you, if you have been looking for a game that's a great blend, see if you can find Marvel superheroes. And someone should recreate this. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out what Two Gun Pixie is doing over on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's wonderful when you come over and you see what we're doing. We've been trying to make a few other drops. It's been going good. I've been making some time for it. I hope you've been noticing, and I hope you've been enjoying. Also want to thank everyone for heading over to Zazzle, the official Two Gun Pixie Zazzle store, and checking out some of the cool shirt designs we have, like this one. I bleed D20s. You know someone that loves RPGs? You know someone that loves D20 games? Maybe your GM DM. Ooh, makes a good gift. So we got things like this over there, things like this over there on the Two Gun Pixie Zazzle store. Go check it out. See if there's anything you like. Thank you very much for that. And thank you for coming here. Right here on YouTube, the official home. Thank you very much for coming over here, right here, the official home of Two Gun Pixie YouTube. Thank you for watching our videos and subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much for liking and commenting. And remember, if you have a comment you would like us to address in one of our mailroom segments, just let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for sharing our videos. Please, please. Let people know about us. If you like us, if you watch us, please let somebody that you know who likes gaming, let them know. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G. The Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends,